Some games are timeless, and Rez is one of them. Set in a cyberspace landscape riddled with bugs, you guide your tiny figure on a quest to awaken the mysterious being lying dormant within it. To get to her, you must shoot through hordes of Technicolor swirling viruses that lob projectiles and try to block your path. But it's not the narrative that makes this game incomparable. Rez is a rail shooter on paper and a heart-pounding synesthesia joyride in practice. To navigate Rez, you need only concern yourself with aiming and shooting, as you remain on rails moving at a set speed at all times. While holding down the X button, you use the left stick, or in VR, the headset's motion tracking, to highlight the enemy or enemies with a targeting reticle, then release the button to fire your shot. And this isn't as simple as it sounds, given enemies come flying at you from every direction all at once, and that's not even counting the additional projectiles they toss your way. And shooting sounds are replaced with claps and beats, and successfully destroying enemies results in a flood of musical tones. Occasionally, you'll find clusters of bright white and blue pixels that allow you to charge up. Collect enough of these, and you take on a new, more powerful form. Additionally, you'll charge up your overdrive, a powerful attack that can clear the screen of enemies in seconds. This comes especially handy during boss encounters. While rushing bosses, you must locate and target the core object of an undulating, vibrating cluster of tiles and lights in order to dismantle one area of the cyberspace prison. These are the most complex and challenging sections of Rez, and often include multiple stages. These boss battles are also a visual treat, and with Rez Infinite's upgraded graphics, it feels more like attending a rave in Tron than a fight. And then there's Area X. Area X removes the rails and sets you off into space, allowing you to fly in any direction you wish. In doing this, Rez Infinite grants you more power in manipulating your space. You can fly closer to or away from enemies, skirt around giant structures shimmering in the surrounding darkness, or simply fly around in circles and let the beat play out around you. You can maneuver around the space in a way that lines up enemies and objects exactly how you want them, then unleash a torrent of tones following your own rhythm. I played through Area X several times and never found the same rhythm twice. But playing the game in VR places Rez in what feels like its final form. In the original areas, you can look up, down, and behind you for a greater view of the world you inhabit. This new 360-degree freedom of movement also allows you a second chance at enemies that have floated out of your path. In several cases, being able to look directly behind me or above assisted in my takedown of a boss. But Area X in VR is something else entirely. It feels like the natural evolution of Rez, and I have to imagine this could be how creator Tetsuya Mizuguchi saw his creation from the beginning. The full sensory immersion elicits a sensation beyond the simple toe tapping and head bobbing that comes from playing the original Rez. Rez Infinite's Area X in VR engages your entire body, thumping your synapses in time with the music and forcing you to move. I felt connected to my tiny being on screen, doling out a symphony with fireworks in my wake. Despite its short campaign, you can complete everything in a little more than an hour if you're skilled. Rez Infinite is the game to buy a PSVR for. It's hypnotic and enveloping, and it's transformative, both within itself and in the wider scheme of the experiences made possible by VR. You don't want to sleep on Rez Infinite, because with the addition of more polished visual flair and the dreamy Area X, we have a new classic for the new generation on our hands.